Thank you for those of you that are joining live, and for everyone that is joining our Ohana, our family, after this live call. We welcome you, and we're just thrilled to be launching this new call, Limitless, powered by Regenrus. And we're just so excited to be creating and connecting and collaborating with like minds and bringing value to the world. This is going to be a call that provides opportunity for people to join in wherever they are in life to learn and grow with some absolutely amazing people that will provide a ton of value from their own life experience and work experience. And we're committed to this call every month. So do keep an eye out for emails and notifications from us. We'll let you know who the next presenter on the following calls will be. But for now, without any further ado, I would love to introduce our featured speakers for tonight's Limitless call. We have two incredible women who have done so much good already in the world, and they are going to speak to some very exciting things that they've built through their own businesses and their own passions. So we have Bethany, who you'll be hearing from. And Bethany has, first of all, she's from Austin. She lives in Austin, Texas. And in a traveling over to Africa, to Uganda, she was so inspired by that experience that she actually created her own nonprofit called Uganda Generation Hope. And I'm just so excited to hear her story and so inspired by the work that she's doing. And we're also going to hear from Kimberly. And Kimberly is actually a very special member of our Regenrus Ohana. She is actually responsible and really the leader of Regenrus Cares, which, for those of you that know Regenrus, is absolutely fundamental to everything that we do. And it's Kimberly's heart and vision that really makes that possible. So we're so excited that Kimberly will be leading tonight, and she's going to talk about who she is and what she's up to, and then introduce Bethany. So for all of you live and all of you tuning in later, just welcome, welcome, welcome. And Kimberly, I'll pass it over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brian, for that incredible introduction. And I'm so honored to be here kicking off Limitless, and also just reinforcing that I'm doing it together with Bethany. I love her story when I heard it and it was shared with me and our team and our Ohana. It really blessed all of us beyond what you could possibly imagine, Bethany. So I would just like to get started with, I'm in Wisconsin. So no, I'm not in Colorado, which is behind me, but we are having this big heat wave in the 50s. So Bethany, being in Austin, I'm sure that might be a little on the cool side for you. But a little bit background about myself. I'm a wife. I have two daughters. I have a 1.5-year-old Labradoodle. So if you hear a little random bark during the call, I apologize in advance, but he's a lot of love and a lot of energy. But also, I've been in IT and project management for over 20 years. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I was so blessed to meet the Love Sisters, the founders of Regenrus, Cindy and Brenda. And I truly can't take any responsibility about leading Regenrus Cares. It is true to my heart, and I am one of the founding leaders, but really, let me tell you, it's all about our Ohana. Everything we do within this organization, within Regenrus Cares, it's all about supporting this family and friends. And what you'll learn more about with Regenrus Cares is it represents Regenrus giving back to people, animals, and the environment. So I have loved for so many years to volunteer and give back. And we all have these amazing gifts that we need to be sharing with the world. And this group reinforces that and supports that and encourages that. So to have time with you today, Bethany, it really is a true blessing to us all. So first and foremost, thank you. We have a lot of things very similar. It may seem that we're in different places and we're different personalities, and people will hear that as we talk more today. But I was also a single mom. So I was a single mom for almost 6 years, and I know the challenges and all of the wonderful accomplishments that come with that. So we are here to support and mentor each other as well. So if you ever want to have conversations about that, I'm just a phone call away. And also through my career, I was very blessed to have different people come across my path, as we all are, right? And Cindy and Brenda and the rest of the team here, and really we don't call it a team, we call it an Ohana because it really is family. It starts with family, with Cindy and Brenda and their wonderful daughters that represent the skincare line, and then it's reaching out to others in our family across the country. So it's really this beautiful story that we all get to be a part of. And the best part is we all get to give back. So part of my journey also was becoming a children's book author, which I love hearing your story, and I can't wait for the group to hear more about it, because for me, I wanted to create a story that could be shared with different children all over the world that would give them some encouragement and them to be able to pass some love and kindness, pay it forward. So with the book right now, it's called Always Angel, and it's in English and Spanish, and it's been circulated all around the world with 2 different children through mission trips or people in nonprofits. So I'm really excited now to really start having this conversation with you, Bethany, because you went to Africa. Tell us about what took you to Africa in the first place.
So I grew up in Lake Travis. It's a bubble. It's a bubble. And I decided that I wanted to do some traveling on my own. And my parents were like, no, you're not going. And I was like, yes, I am. I raised the money. So I got on a plane, and there's some people that I had known from church that they were running something. It's called Cherish Uganda, and they cater to HIV positive kiddos, orphans, and the surrounding village. So they've got a school there now. They've got a hospital. It's amazing. They're working on getting a labor and delivery unit. So anyway, they were the reason that I fell in love with the work. And I just prayed for 6 years to be able to find a way back. And then COVID hit, and I was talking from some people that I had known in their villages. It was not good. They were starving. It wasn't like the lockdown here. It was like police brutality. You know, you don't go outside. You quarantine. So along with that, a lot of kiddos that take HIV medicine need to have things to eat, or else it has really, really adverse effects on the system. Just terrible, like stomach ulcers, diarrhea, terrible things. So we wanted to make sure that they had food or something of substance that would allow them to keep taking their medicine. So anyway, that's kind of how Uganda Generation Hope started. And then, you know, we helped 2 orphanages, and then we helped some college kids that were stuck. And it's just traveled and kind of just grown. It's been amazing. But if it wasn't for people like you that said, you know, we appreciate what you're doing and we want to give you support and encouragement, I don't know how far this would have gone, because it's a lot of work, and it's emotional work as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you gave us this beautiful overview of start to finish. So if you don't mind, I'd love to kind of look at different pieces of that, because I think there's so many things that can inspire us even further. So first and foremost, you're in Uganda, you're spending time with the kiddos. Would love to hear, like, what was some of your favorite memories about spending time with the kids and or the culture? Because I'll tell you, Cindy and Brenda and I, Regenrus Care had its first wellness initiative in November of 2019, and we went to an orphanage in Puebla City, Mexico. And we have the most amazing stories. We love telling people about meeting the children and working in the clinic and going out into the community and to the hospitals and distributing different things that we raise money for as well. So would really love to kind of share with the group here, what were some of those favorite memories that you had with the kids and with the culture that you were very, very ingrained in while you were there? And remind me, Bethany, how long were you in Africa for that stint with the kiddos?
About 3-4 weeks.
Okay. Oh, incredible. So let's hear some of those favorite memories of, and I'm sure you have many. If you're there for 3 or 4 weeks, there's hundreds of thousands of them, right? But just maybe one or a couple kids that really touched your heart that you just are praying on a lot for, and or something you were exposed to in the culture that was really exciting, and that you also carry with you.
Okay, those are good questions. So I had an interaction with one of the boys there that was in the, I think 8 to 10 age range in the orphanage. And he was so sweet. He wanted me to have money from Uganda, a coin. And I mean, it just reminded me of the Bible stories, you know. It's just like he had nothing and he wanted to give me that. So of course I gave him some US change to make it fair. So that was a good one. And then there was this girl named Eunice that she was about 13 and she wasn't speaking very much, most likely because of trauma, but she went and found a jackfruit. And I had never seen it before. And she was so excited to come and show me this jackfruit. You know, this was an experience that we were sharing, and I had never tasted it, but there was so much joy in that. It really is just the little things that I'll never forget. That she was just so happy. So that just touched my heart. And then culturally, I couldn't believe how respectful and kind everybody was. Everybody treated my family, even though they didn't know them, like it was their own family. And it's a very polite culture, lots of small talk, but they really do care about how your mom is doing. And it's such a familiar, family-oriented type of culture it's pretty cool.
That is so lovely. And what a better memory or memories to have where you're incorporating giving and love and really having this respect and being surrounded by kind people. Because you know what, we all want to travel out, but you get a little nervous about what is the environment going to be like. And to just have that really beautiful experience that you had is so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, also, living with Texas during the pandemic, you go ahead and this is years later, you're wanting to get back to Uganda before COVID, and then COVID hits. And all of a sudden you have this great idea to start a GoFundMe page. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? Because here you saw a need, And maybe it would be helpful to take one step back. So the group that's communicating with you, how did you find out about the greatest needs? And then once COVID kicked off, then being able to go in and talk about the GoFundMe page.
So that's it's still a process, but I think that the greatest need was probably food. Is that the question that you're asking? And then from there, I mean, of course, the needs are overwhelming. You know, we've got this baby that needs a CT scan, and this mom has got 6 kids and doesn't have a job, and so it's really tough. But everybody on my team, I feel like they were divinely placed, and that's what has made everything flow so well. And they are over there on ground and know the culture, and they're part of my family and some of my best friends. But the GoFundMe thing, it was just like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here, all my friends just got their stimulus checks, you know, and it's like we're sitting here comfortable, and these people are literally starving to death. They make less than $1 a day, and without that, they didn't have anything. So the GoFundMe was the first step, and the outpour was surprising, so much so that I thought, you know, maybe we could make this a real thing. Why not? Let's take that jump. And that was a scary jump to make.
Absolutely. And how brave are you? And you just really are inspiring all of us. I'm sure I can speak for all of us on the call, just that you heard the need, you took action, and then you took and were able to create this beautiful gift that you could give back. And even more importantly, how selfless were you to be thinking of everyone's getting extra money. Like, how can we give back? We all are so comfortable. And I'm so excited to hear that you had such an incredible outpour. And I know that's one of the things that drew the Regenrus Cares Ohana to you and wanting to support your efforts. So let's talk a little bit about that next step, because I started that journey with my children's book with Always Angel to become a nonprofit. I'm still not there yet. You are a mover and a shaker, my friend. And I'm so proud of you, because that's an incredible accomplishment. It's a lot of work to become a nonprofit. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that too?
Thank you so much. It was a very lengthy and detailed process. In between the Secretary of State and the IRS, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot, but if you can conquer dealing with the IRS, then you can do anything. You know, yes. So I did have some help with the paperwork with a friend that is just, she goes for it, and gave me some encouragement and some support. But it was about, oh gosh, it took months. I think I filed in July, and then we didn't get our actual acceptance nonprofit status until November. So, you know, it's just such a process. And we're about to have our tax things come up, and it's just always learning and growing.
Absolutely. It's all about this journey we're on, no matter what new challenge we're taking on, right? That it is a journey. So as part of that process, as we look to February, Regenrus Cares and a percentage of the product that was purchased from all of our incredible Ohana and others is going to go towards your nonprofit. So we are so excited to be a part of that, hearing of those essential needs that it's going to go to support. basic fundamental things. Like you said, we take advantage of a lot of the luxuries we have, but there's simple things that everyone needs, and that's food. So you're being able to provide those nutrients, and kind of reminds me of the Regenrus products, because the products are all natural. They're all about making each person healthy so that we can help others and then pass that along. And then with the products, every month we're sponsoring different nonprofits. So we love being able to meet different inspiring individuals such as yourself that are really leading the way and setting an incredible example for all of us. And then from that, we developed this relationship of continuing to help you and others and paying it forward. So it's this really beautiful cycle that I love saying, when I think of Regenrus, I think of harmony. Because truly, really what Regenrus represents and what Regenrus Cares is doing and giving back is it's wanting to focus on people, animals, and the environment. And the more that we can all do that together, it's just so incredible. So really excited to hear your story. Also, tell us about your little one. I'm really excited to hear, you know, you're inspiring not only all of us on the call and others that hear your story, but you are this incredible example for your son. And I'm sure you have some story to share with us about something that he's heard you talk about, but he's probably already bragging on you and helping. He probably knows many of the people you know in Uganda. So would love to hear a little bit about that too.
Yes, it's it's great. Charlie picks up on a lot of things. Let's see, here's a picture of the little guy.
Oh my gosh, he is adorable.
Thank you so much.
I love it that you showed us a picture too. Thank you. I would have asked for one at some point, or someone on the call would have.
Yes, but I just, you know, it started out, we do video calls with the kiddos, and we do Bible stories. And so he understands that he has friends in Uganda. He also picks up every little thing. The other day we were outside and our neighbor came by, and Charlie said, John, the Ugandans are planting beans. And I'm like, okay, yes, that's true. But I just really want him to realize how blessed we are to have clean water and food and a home and, you know, school and work. And so it's just really important for me, or to have him know that there's people that are going without. So I just want that to be on his radar.
Well, you are setting an incredible example of that. And it is all about planting seeds, right? We all need to plant seeds for good. We all need to plant seeds with each other, with our children, and what grows from that is so incredible. And to be a part of watching that growth and seeing each season of that growth is so incredible. So I've asked you a lot of questions. Oh, and I love it that we're sharing one of the pictures that you shared with us as well, because one of the things that gets my heart overflowing with joy is seeing the pictures from my Always Angel book, where when they're distributed all over the world, I've seen how the kids are coloring in them, because it's a coloring book. Oh. So I love that you're sharing the sign with us. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this picture?
Yes, so this is in Uganda, and this is the orphanage. It has 35 kiddos, and it's run by my friend Miro and team member, and he is 23 and was orphaned at age 10 and created this amazing organization. I mean, absolutely amazing. And so he has 4 women that help him with these 35 kids. And this is one of the workers and 2 of the kids and one of the grandmas. But we try to do things where we have, they eat the same thing all the time. And so we try to have special things where, we give juice or we give candy or soda. And so this was one of those days to celebrate, just as something a little extra.
That is just lovely. And it's pictures like that that again just continue to inspire us. We see they're just as you had noted when you went on the trip, kind of tying things together, that small child wanted to give you a coin. Now you are blessing them with so many gifts, and they are thanking you with this beautiful note as well. It's just so incredibly thoughtful, and really, really excited to hear even more. And we've been talking for half an hour. I've been asking you lots of questions, and I'm sure the panel has tons of exciting questions for you. So I don't want to hog you all to myself, although I'd love to do that. But we have so many incredible people on the call. I'd really love to open it up for them to ask you questions, or if you have any questions for me, whatever you feel most comfortable with, we'll move in that direction.
Okay. I guess I'm open to questions.
All right, Ohana, let's hear from you.
I think my biggest question is, how old are you? You seem so young to be accomplishing so much.
I'm going to be 30 in May.
Wow, that's impressive. To do everything that you've done at this age is just absolutely amazing and gives me so much hope. And I know we're playing on the words or on the title, Generation Hope, but gives me hope for your generation and generations coming after you. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Carol's got a question. You can unmute.
Yes. I've got the unmute done here, I think. Yes, good. Bethany, do you work as well as doing this?
Yes, Miss Carol. I actually work for Miss Cindy's grandchildren.
Oh, perfect. Oh,
yes,
I'm happy about that.
Yes, I love those babies, but they're also they're very generous in letting me work on my nonprofit stuff when I need to, because the Ugandans are about 8 hours ahead. So in the morning, I got to get all my questions answered and assignments put out. And so there's a lot of phone time, but they're super sweet to have me and support me in that way.
Doesn't surprise me one bit.
I still have to finish school though. I've got about a year left of public relations.
Oh my goodness! So you work and you're doing your studies as well.
Well, I had to take a break on the studies to make sure that the Uganda Generation Hope was.
Yeah. Now I have another very bizarre question. Is that a pair of skis I'm seeing behind you?
Yes, there is.
In Austin.
In Austin, yes.
Okay.
Cindy did send me another little photo here. Is that Charlie?
Oh, that's a great picture.
My baby guy.
That's adorable. I love that.
He's so adorable. He's a sweet young boy, just a young boy. He's very gentle-hearted and just like, he's definitely tell he's been raised wonderfully by his mama.
Oh,
he's a sweet little boy.
Thank you, guys.
But Rowan loves playing with him.
Yes.
yes. He's just a year older than Rowan. So it's wonderful. Definitely. And I know first and foremost, Bethany, you know how much I love you and grateful for all that you're doing here in Austin with my wonderful, lovely, sweet princes, I call them, Ramsey and Rowan. But I'm grateful for all the love that you share with them. And, you know, it's very inspiring, everything you've accomplished. And once I met you for the very first time and talked to the Ohana and the executive team, I was like, we have to somehow collaborate and kind of help you achieve, you know, what you're trying to do and it's extremely structured and organized. That's what she shares stories with me almost daily when I'm down here, or she'll text me pictures or videos, and there's so many. And I'm going to encourage you, Jessica will bring up the website in just a moment, or thank you, Jess. I'm encouraging everybody to go to ugandagenerationhope.com. There's a lot of great videos on there, information on there, how to get involved, how to help them. There's stories from needing just a wheelchair to, which is very low cost to us, but it will make a world of difference to the child in need. And Bethany has story after story after these, but her 3 leaders that I am aware of, the one that she talks about, the orphanage, there's another one working very hard on sustainability, so that this isn't just a one and done where, hey, great, we've given this money and stuff like that. They're actually building sustainable methods and ways so that they can continue to bring money into the village to be able to feed. And I don't know, Bethany, you talk a couple about your sustainabilities. I think that's important. That you guys really it's a well-rounded nonprofit. I was really impressed with all the different things that you're doing.
Well, thank you so much. We just wanted to make sure that everybody knows. People think that because they don't have $1,000 they can't help or whatever, but $27 and 67 cents, I think, planted 200 banana trees, and that's going to sustain generations. So it's things like that that are important to help remind people, that your $20, it can literally change lives. So that's an encouraging part of it.
Exactly. And the work that they're doing in the other villages and the surrounding villages are just amazing, of finding ways to thrive together, which we all talk about collaboration and how much better we're stronger together to support one another with the gifts that each and every one does, so that they all rise together and thrive together. So I've been very impressed with everything they're doing. I'm really encouraged by having the nonprofit very much part of our Regenrus Cares program. It's now our 2nd orphanage. Kimberly brought us, obviously, our first one that we went to in Mexico. So I'm looking forward to engaging more and bringing updates through you, Bethany and Kimberly, of the great things that are happening for both orphanages now that we love on and support and want to see continue to grow.
And there's always a future wellness initiative. Who knows? Maybe the next one will be to Africa.
Yes. That would be incredible. That would be incredible for sure. Phil, you're up for a safari? He's probably quiet. He's always wanted to go to Africa to go to a safari. He loves the animals. Yes.
You can see him playing with the giraffes.
Well, I think I need to thank you guys. I mean, this is my first part of my thing was, how am I going to reach out to organizations and how am I going to partner, because I didn't know, we're just brand new. And so I really thank Regenrus and Kimberly and Ohana and Miss Cindy. Thank you so much for having faith in what we're doing. I really appreciate it, because it is scary to have all of this hard work and your heart in something and just take a jump. And so thank you for being there. I really appreciate it. Couldn't keep on going without you guys and your support and encouragement. Thank you very much.
Well, and none of us would be here without the Love Sisters. So a great big thank you to Cindy and Brenda. And really, there's just part of the Ohana on this call. We have this beautiful family, both related and not related, which is this beautiful thing as well. And someday we're all going to get together and celebrate and see each other in person, whenever that will be, all in God's time. But truly, when I say maybe wellness initiative in Africa, I'm seeing a lot of nodding heads. So, who knows when that will be, but if you're looking to a group that would make that happen, it would be this group. Okay. So, really, really loved hearing your story. And something we're doing now is, and I'd love for everyone on the call to actually do this. If you want to, don't feel pressured, you have to, but we're just kind of focusing on the love family, where this seed was planted, and now we're all growing in branches as a part of it. But we're starting this thing where we're capturing phrases of we love. And I'll tell you what I love tonight. Not only do I love this group on the call, and they all know that already, but something that I'm sure everyone else is thinking as well is we love inspiring young people like you that inspire us, that inspire others. So Bethany, thank you. You are a true blessing to the children and the people of Uganda. As Cindy had said, it's all about making sure that we're reinforcing and helping them. There's this being able to plant the trees. So they're really being able to do things that are keeping their environment there sustainable, so that they're constantly benefiting. And the fact that you're nurturing that, I love that. I love that you are an example. I love that you are nurturing. You are definitely such a light. So that's my I love. I know it was more than one thing, but it's hard to really narrow it down. So someone else, we love.
You
Bethany?
stole mine. You stole
Kimberly.
Thank you, guys. We love education and sustainability, and we love breaking the cycle of poverty. There you go.
Absolutely. Woo! That was beautiful. Anyone else? We love.
Big open hearts in service to the whole.
That was beautiful. Beautiful, Carolyn.
And
We're
Bethany,
like sending all these good vibes out. Not only are we sharing all this love, but there's lots of good intentions and love going out too. So even better yet.
Yeah, I really so appreciate what you're doing, Bethany. It's so beautiful. I participated in something similar with a dear friend of mine several years ago that was working to get something started in Kenya, and had the opportunity to visit some of the orphanages in Nairobi. And it's just a life-changing experience. And the work you're doing is so meaningful and so needed. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm blessed to be a blessing. I think we can all start saying that.
Yeah.
And Bethany,
Absolutely.
I looked at your website, and I love that you are empowering her. I saw that on the site, and I think, given that it's Women's History Month and we're focused on women, the fact that you all are focusing on the women and girls of Uganda and empowering them and educating them, I love that.
Thank you so much. We have started to do a little bit of skilling them, showing them how to make reusable pads, because that keeps a lot of girls out of school because their parents can't afford that. And so that's a big thing, so they can go to school and then they can sell these pads as well. So thank you so much. We've got a lot of work to do for those women as well. It's not equal over there.
No, I'm sure.
And I love the fact that you are growing food to feed these folks. So it's so much better than just providing things. And it's so cool.
Thank you guys.
And we're also looking to bring the Hope Blend into to her group as well, to help with the malnourishment, which we know is really, really devastating over there, to help feed the children, because a lot of times food is provided, however it's not nutritional, so it truly doesn't balance their systems and improve their well-being. So we're looking for ways to bring the Hope Blend, which we brought to the orphanage in Mexico, also here. So I'm working on conversations to see where are they bringing it to in Africa and Uganda, and so we can see what are our next steps there. So I'm really excited for that too, because I think the group that Bethany has there and the team, they're they're so excited for any support that we're giving and loving what we're doing. You'll see them on our social media, making comments and all that. So I just, I just love you, Bethany. And as we talked about, you are a shining light. And Brenda and I started Regenrus for this very reason, is for us to know that, for all of humanity, this is a vision that's big. It's for the world. We are a force for good. And through what you're doing, you're the hands and the outreach that we can then kind of lift you up and allow you to deliver the gifts that you're doing. So thank you. We love you.
Thank you. And love you too.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for participating and creating this incredible launch event for Limitless. Gosh, it just is, it's a true honor to be here live and to have been, graced by you, Bethany. This incredible vision that you have put into action. A lot of people have ideas. They might even think they have good ideas. Very few people actually take action. And with everything that you have going on in your life personally, the fact that you've done this already is an absolute inspiration. It's not to be taken lightly. And I truly, truly hope that a lot of people see this call because I know that it'll inspire people. And to you, Kimberly, thank you for doing your part in paving the path. What you did before, led the way for people like Bethany to do what she's doing. And of course, the great Love Sisters, starting, many years before and what you have all done. And now that we have this incredible company, Regenrus, that is in essence in everything that it does to support and to grow so that we can all rise together. That's the inception of Regenrus. That's everything that we are. And I think, I'll just share this in closing. In my travels through Africa, many people that I met there shared a phrase with me that is kind of synonymous with Africa, which is Ubuntu. And I'm sure you probably know this, Bethany. And it just means I am because you are. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything that you can take away from tonight and from Bethany, it's that. And you have created an opportunity for people to be and become. And hopefully through Regenrus, we can create an atmosphere for belonging to something great. So thank you everyone for joining with us live. And for those of you that participate afterwards, we love you. Thank you for being a part of our Ohana and have a blessed night. Thank you, everybody.